Now, the story from Modern Warfare 3 takes place right where Modern Warfare 2 ends, where Russia is invading America, and pretty much a whole world war is about to start again. World War 3, WW3. And before that can actually happen, we want that to, of course, not to happen, and we have to go after Makarov, the big Russia leader that started all this. We have to go after him, and if we take him out, most likely this war will end before it becomes really big. So that's really what I got from the story. I didn't really pay attention all that much because we've seen stories like this before, but from what I paid attention, the story is decent. There's some cool little betrayals and stuff. Well, whatever, we've seen stories like this before. There's some cool little plot lines here and there. The story here is much better than Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 1, which bored the shit out of me, but it's not as good as Black Ops, which I thought was a great story. It's still decent, it's well told, it has a very good pacing, but for the most part, it's nothing amazing. So there you go. Let's go on to the sound. Okay, now the sound in Modern Warfare 3. Now, Modern Warfare 3, just like all the other Call of Duty games, has a pretty damn good cast of voice actors. In this game, you have a bunch of new ones. You have William Fechner, who joins the cast, who many people, probably not many, but some people will know from being in the recent Nicolas Cage movie Drive Angry. He's a really good actor. He's in this. Troy Baker, who voices so many characters in the past. He just recently voiced Two-Face, joins the cast. Timothy Oliphant, who everybody should know by now. He was in Justified, he was in Live Free or Die Hard, The Crazies. He's a great actor, and he joins the cast. And all the other characters, all the other voice actors that voiced the other characters from the Modern Warfare series come back in this game, and the voice acting is great. The sound design is also much improved in this game because I thought Modern Warfare 2 and 1 didn't, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I thought the sound design in this was much better, sounds really good, and the soundtrack is epic, which it should be because this game is epic. So there's a lot of epic set pieces, but I'll talk about that more in the gameplay. But the sound itself is fantastic in this game. I mean, not amazing, but it's great. It's great. So let's go on to the graphics. Alright, now the graphics for Modern Warfare 3. They have not changed very much from Modern Warfare 2 and 3, which I'll be saying a little bit more later on for the gameplay, but for now, the graphics really haven't changed that much. The thing I do like about the graphics, though, is that they're still great, and also they show much more of what the graphics could have done in Modern Warfare 2. In Modern Warfare 2, it was still great. It was a very expansive looking game, but in this one, it looks like they zoom out a lot to these big open environments, and you'll see a whole city getting pretty much blown apart, and so much stuff's going on and stuff, and it all looks fantastic. I gotta say, the game looks impressive. It's not the best looking game out there, but it's still really good. There's still problems, like there's some chugging sometimes with the frame rates, and some of the character models don't look all that great, and the animations sometimes are a little wonky. But for the most part, it's a very, very nice looking game. Graphics are great. So let's go on to the gameplay. Alright, now the gameplay for Modern Warfare 3. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever played a Call of Duty game before? If you said yes, then guess what? You've played this game already. But that's not a negative, okay? Because this game, just like all the other Call of Duties, it doesn't change the gameplay much. You're still doing the same thing, like shooting people, throwing grenades, knifing people, running, blowing things up. It's the same stuff, but they put so many awesome set pieces in there for the campaign that it's just, you don't even mind the gameplay being too familiar to the other games. You don't mind that because you're just watching this stuff play out and you're actually playing out with it. It's awesome to watch. It's definitely a cinematic experience, this campaign. And the story itself actually, like I said before, it wasn't great, but it definitely puts you in so many places that it makes you feel like you're actually in war defending your country, and you get into it. You really do. I love the campaign. The campaign here is probably the best in Call of Duty since probably Call of Duty 2 in my opinion. I love the campaign for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and I didn't even like the campaign for Modern Warfare 1 or 2, so that's definitely telling you something. Now let's talk about the multiplayer. The multiplayer for Modern Warfare 3 is great. Surprising, right? It is great. But also, not surprisingly, it's also very similar to every other Call of Duty game out there. And that's not really a negative. That's more of a neutral thing. It's not positive nor negative because it's not negative because the gunplay and just all the new weapons that you get all feel great, and it feels great in a multiplayer experience. It's all great. It really is. The modes are a lot of fun. Ranking up is awesome. It's awesome. So that's positive. And it's also negative because it's exactly the same. So if you have a Black Ops, I mean, if you have a copy of Black Ops, if you have a copy of Modern Warfare 2, it's exactly the same, except you have better maps in those games, because in this one the maps are very mediocre and just forgettable. Here I don't remember any of the layouts, any of the names of the maps. It's just very just bland maps. They're not very good. With that being said, thankfully they do add a couple of new things from Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 3. The main thing for the multiplayer is the leveling up of guns. You can actually level up your own gun. Say if you're using an assault rifle a lot, you can actually level up that from level 1 to level 2, and when you level up, you actually acquire new things like new aiming reticules, new camos and stuff, and that's really cool. I really like that addition. And also, there's a new mode called Survival Mode, which is exactly what you expect. It's just survive, try to survive. There you go. You've played that mode before, but it's a lot of fun in this game. I don't hate this game. Don't get me wrong. The multiplayer is just way too similar for me to say this game is a downright purchase. If you love Call of Duty, then you already purchased it, alright? You already purchased it. But if you're on the fence, I would say wait up until it's cheaper. The campaign is great, but the multiplayer is way too similar. So if you have Black Ops, just keep playing that game. If you have Modern Warfare 2, just keep playing that game, because here it's the same thing. So I would say the game is great, don't get me wrong, but wait until it's cheaper, because it's definitely not a run out and purchase to me. So anyway, there you go. There's my review for Modern Warfare 3. Thank you and goodbye.